What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on NIO stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and I will show you how we caught this movement to the upside that brought us about 16, almost 17% to its highest point, and we are hovering at around 9.2% at the current ranges. Then I will continue with amazing fundamental news and I will show you the first preliminary results from the Mr. Joe Biden and Mr. Xi Jinping meeting. Then I will continue with the news that is directly related to NIO, and at the end of this video I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis, and I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this very point, and I've told you that because of the double bottom pattern we had, as you can see, we bounced off the range that we wore previously, and we had a very strong range of support from $9.13 all the way up to $9.3. And because of this pattern we had a decent setup, and this setup was quite bullish, and as long as this pivot holds we had decent chances to hit higher targets, and right now we have even higher chances to hit even higher price targets. And I have to say that this 16% to the highest point and about 10% to the current range is not the end for this price action. So, what should we expect next from the technical standpoint? I will show you in just several minutes, and for now let's continue with the fundamental news. First of all, let me show you that you all know that Mr. Joe Biden met on November 14th with President Xi Jinping of the People's Republic of China in Bali, Indonesia. The two leaders spoke candidly about their respective priorities and intentions across a range of issues. President Biden underscored that the United States and China must work together to address transnational challenges such as climate change, global macroeconomic stability including debt relief, health security and global food security, because that is what the international community expects. The two leaders agreed to empower key senior officials to maintain communication and deepen constructive efforts on these and other issues. They welcomed ongoing efforts to address specific issues in US-China bilateral relations and encourage further progress in these existing mechanisms, including through joint working groups. They also noted the importance of ties between the people of the United States and the PRC. And definitely by itself it is a very good sign, and the range of questions that was on the table in these negotiations are really important. And let me show you another article. We are on Reuters.com, and this article was published just several hours ago, and it says Yellen hopes Biden-Xi G20 meeting will boost US-China economic engagement. And let me quote you this. US Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said she hopes President Joe Biden's meeting on Monday with Chinese President Xi Jinping leads to increased engagement on macroeconomic issues between the world's two largest economies. Yellen said the purpose of the meeting was to stabilize the US-China relationship and to provide some certainty for US businesses about its future path. What I'm very much hoping is that as a result of the President's bilateral with President Xi today, we'll engage in more intensive conversations going forward with our Chinese counterparts about the Chinese economy, global macroeconomic outcomes and health policies both in the United States and China that are impacting those outcomes, Yellen told reporters in the sidelines of the G20 summit in Bali. And definitely this might be the pivotal point for the relationships in between the United States and the PRC, because right now we can see a lot of tensions in between these two countries, especially in the macroeconomic environment. But right after these statements we can see the relief in these tensions, and because of this we might have a very good climate, so-called climate for all the Chinese stocks, especially when we are about to see the results of the PCAOB audit that might lead to very positive results in the very harsh problem of delisting Chinese companies from the US stock exchanges. And that's why, let me show you right here, we have a lot of news that major investors are betting on NIO. And let me show you this article first of all. Largest US pension ups bets on NIO, and Li Auto in Q3 liquidates position in XPeng. CalPERS increased its position in NIO by 18.2% and its position on Li Auto by 21.05% in the third quarter. And as you can see, 18.2% increase in Q3 2022, with the total number of shares increased of about 500,000. And definitely this position is in red zone right now. They lost about $7.6 million in value, but overall they are bullish on NIO. On top of that, BRIDGEWATERS position in NIO up 6.6%, and definitely it is also a very good sign. On top of that, George Soros continues to boost bets on NIO in Q3, and he also increased its position by 124.72%, as you can see right here, and he bought a call option that is showing us that he is very bullish on NIO. On top of that, guys, let me show you this data. We are on fintel.io, and this chart shows us the institutional ownership of NIO, and green bars represent the number of shares held by institutional investors, and black line represents the price of NIO stock. And as you can see, the latest green bar is much higher than previous 4 bars. This means we can see an increasing interest in NIO from the institutional investor standpoint, and this means we might see the trend continuation, and this means NIO will go higher. And on top of this information, let me show you another quite bullish news. We have several new price targets from analytic firms, and they were made on November 11th and November 14th. And these companies lowered their price targets, but these price targets are still very bullish, and it implies from 6.4% all the way up to 228.8% of upside potential. That's why, in my opinion, we are very bullish right now. And let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell, and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, we have the latest movement to the upside that has a slightly higher volume than it had previously, and definitely this movement to the upside, in my opinion, has the completed structure. It has first wave, second, third, fourth, and tiny fifth wave, and this structure is nothing else but let me show you. If I connect all these tops, as you can see right here, and I connect these bottoms, you can see this pattern, and this pattern is the leading first wave diagonal. And when this pattern breaks, and usually it breaks to the downside, as you can see, we have this breakout already, we can see that this retracement shouldn't be deep, and this might be only the first wave on the greater scale that might lead to much higher price targets. And what are the ranges where we might land? If I pull the Fibonacci retracement tool from this bottom to this top, as you can see, we have very good confluence range of 0.382 at the price point of roughly $10.98. And this range is the first range of accumulation, and it is the confluence with this yellow line, the previous range of support and resistances. Next range is 0.5 at the price point of $10.63, and the golden pocket range at the range in between $10.17 and $10.27. And I don't think that with the total bullishness of this asset right now, and with the total sentiment of the market, we might land at these ranges, but everything is possible. That's why you have to be very cautious, but you can accumulate your position all the way down along these ranges of accumulation. And the price target that we might hit is still the same. Let me show you that previously I marked this range at $16.99, almost $17 is the price target for the next leg to the upside. And definitely we have to be cautious with our position, but all in all, I'm very bullish on NIO. So, I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live